Confirmation then of the final Premier League table. Liverpool winning the league by 18 points. They equal the record 32 wins today. Manchester City in second place. United finishing third, ahead of Chelsea, only on goal difference. A 4-point gap ultimately to Leicester City, who go into the Europa League. Only the second time over 50 years that they finished in the top 5 of the top division. Spurs finishing in 6th place. That's a great outcome for Jose Mourinho after taking over with a team in all sorts of difficulty. Wolves have to wait and see what happens in the FA Cup final. They got to hope that Chelsea beat Arsenal. That would see them into the Europa League, though of course they still are in this season's competition. Arsenal finishing in 8th under Mikel Arteta. Sheffield United and Burnley both finishing in the top half. Fantastic achievement from both those sides. The bottom half ended up like this. Southampton finishing really strongly under Ralph Hasenhüttl, up to 11th place. Everton slipping to 12th, their first home defeat under Carlo Ancelotti today. Newcastle in 13th. Palace with a draw to finish up after ending a run of 7 straight defeats. Brighton winning to finish in 15th on 41 points. Then West Ham in 16th on 39. Villa surviving by just 1 point. And Bournemouth, Watford join Norwich in the Championship next season. We talked about Manchester United earlier, but how much work have Arsenal and Spurs got to do to sort of fight their way back into contention for top 4?
Yeah, a lot. I think with United and Chelsea, I think you can start to sort of pinpoint areas of the team where you might feel that they could improve and it would make sort of a big difference to them. A little bit like Graeme mentioned about Liverpool, it was obvious they needed to sort the goalkeeping situation out and the centre-back situation. They were conceding 50 goals a season, and once Jurgen Klopp did, when I look at Arsenal and Tottenham, it still feels a little bit cloudy and muddy to me, where I'm not quite sure where they need to improve. It could be that they actually need to improve so many areas in the team that you just can't see it. I'm not close enough to feeling that they can get sort of into that sort of top 2 because they seem so far away. Feels like they need 3 or 4 transfer windows and more coaching from Jose Mourinho and Mikel Arteta, who have started a job. So for me, the job is a lot bigger for those 2 managers in the sense that I don't feel as anywhere near as close. It still feels very blurred for me, that one.
Jamie Carragher, I know you're desperate to go, so you can have the final say on anything you would like, apart from your presenter. Maybe reflect on knock it forward to next season and how many teams you think will be challenging for the title.
Well, at the moment, I think if nothing changes, but it will change in terms of transfers. So they expect United, it looks like they're going to bring Sancho in. So I think Manchester United, maybe them or Chelsea. I'd actually say United may be more of a challenge to City and Liverpool going forward. But I'm just still not convinced that at Chelsea or United could get 95 plus points, which at this minute means, yeah, that's what you have to do basically to be in with a shout for the Premier League. And it's not that Liverpool have actually got better this season, it's just that Man City have dropped off, and you see that's the big difference there around the 80-point mark really, and you see the points total Liverpool have got. So whether United can really join that race, I'm still not sure. I have to see what they do in the market really. But also City going in the Champions League as well, I'm not sure that'd be a benefit or a hindrance when the Premier League starts. So I think Liverpool's position right now in terms of not actually playing too many games between now and the start of next season may give them a little bit of an edge on Man City.
Jamie Redknapp, can Chelsea force their way into that conversation?
I think they've got a long way to go. I think the difference with Man City and Liverpool is right now they're miles ahead of them. Frank Lampard alluded to it earlier on. He needs to get better players in. He's got a few things to address. He's certainly trying to get a goalkeeper, a defender. Talking about getting Havertz in and players of that quality. Then, of course, the gap can shorten. I think that there's been some real successes from Chelsea's point of view as well. This year, Werner will come in and add goals. I think Giroud's actually had a really good season and shown how important he is in terms of as a midfield player. You can bounce the ball into him. Pulisic's going to be a star, and I think he's going to get even better every single year. The better he gets, getting used to the Premier League. So Chelsea will be a lot stronger, but frankly, under no illusions, they've still got quite a way to go because the other 2 are so good right now.
Graeme Souness, is it important that Liverpool strengthen?
I think we should. I think the time to strengthen is when you are at the top. You're not buying players that have to come in and be an immediate success. You can bring them in, have a good look at them, as they did with Fabinho, as they did with Andy Robertson. So I think they should. Going forward, I see it still being between City and Liverpool. United will be stronger. I think Chelsea will be stronger. It really depends, that word recruitment, and that's still the most important thing you can get right at a football club. And it depends what United can bring in and what Chelsea can bring in. I like Chelsea. You know, they're a team that sometimes you watch them and think they're almost the finished article, like they were very good against Liverpool. But then you think of them against Sheffield United a couple of weeks ago, and you say they're a country mile away. For Man United, you know, you talk about what do they need. Liverpool pre-Alisson and pre-Van Dijk were a very good team that missed out on the big trophies. With 2 players coming in, they became the real deal. So, you know, it depends who both United get and Chelsea get this summer will determine how close they can challenge the big 2. If they weren't to get anyone in, it's just a race between City and Liverpool going forward.